Hey guys, what's up? It's Cubey time, and in today's video we'll be doing a comparison between the Guoguan Yuexiao and WeiLong GTS. The Guoguan Yuexiao is the first puzzle to be branded under the name of Guoguan. This puzzle has been pretty impressive in the cubing community, and that is why I'm comparing it to the WeiLong GTS. The GTS is Moyu's newest 3x3. This puzzle is also pretty impressive in the community and performs very nicely. So how do these two puzzles compare against each other? To compare these two puzzles, we'll be using 4 categories: general info, speed and feel, corner cutting and lockups, and design flaws. In each one of the categories, the cube will receive a score on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, and the cube that has the most points at the end is the winner. So let's get started. The WeiLong GTS is available for $17 at thecubicle.us, while the Guoguan Yuexiao is available for $16 at thecubicle.us. The Guoguan Yuexiao has a good side length of 56mm on each side, and the WeiLong GTS has a side length of 56.5mm on each side. The Guoguan Yuexiao is available in the following colors, and the WeiLong GTS in these. In the general info category, I see no cube having any distinctive edge, so I give the GTS a 5 out of 5 and the Guoguan Yuexiao a 5 out of 5. Now let's see how the speed and performance is on both of these puzzles. Both the Guoguan Yuexiao and WeiLong GTS have very good turning. The turning of these puzzles is very similar to a Meiying, and they're very crispy and snappy feeling. Both of these puzzles I believe are based off of the Meiying, and you can see why when we take a look at their feelings. The Guoguan Yuexiao is a pretty clicky overall cube. It has a very crispy feeling and is overall pretty fast. But the WeiLong GTS is very smooth compared to the Guoguan Yuexiao and extremely fast. However, both of these puzzles do perform their algorithms very nicely, and it's a pleasure to turn on either one of these puzzles at any time. So in the speed and the feel category, I give the WeiLong GTS a 5 out of 5 and the Guoguan Yuexiao a 4 out of 5, bumping the WeiLong GTS up to 10 out of 10 points and the Guoguan Yuexiao up to 9 out of 10 points. The GTS gets a higher score in this category because it's a faster cube overall, which means it has a higher potential speed without any lubricant. Also, I like the feeling a lot more, and I think that the general public will like the GTS's feel more than the Guoguan Yuexiao. Corner cutting on these two puzzles is virtually identical. The Guoguan Yuexiao has its amazing infinite corner cutting, being able to cut in any direction at any angle at any time, and the GTS is very similarly can cut in any direction at any angle. For locking, and I mean corner piece catching on the centerpiece, they don't really happen on either one of these puzzles, but if I had to say, it happens more on the GTS. Especially when performing V-perms, this puzzle does lock up when the corner piece does catch on the centerpiece, and this really does not happen that much on the Guoguan Yuexiao. So in the corner cutting and lockups category, it was a really hard grade to give, but I give both of these puzzles 5 out of 5 points, bumping the GTS up to 15 out of 20 points and the Guoguan Yuexiao up to 14 out of 20 points. The reason I gave these puzzles the same grade is because they both have the amazing infinite corner cutting and they both lock up about the same amount. Now, let's be real here, both of these puzzles don't pop or corner twist, but I will show you the mechanisms just for your entertainment. However, the WeiLong GTS does take a lot more effort to pop and probably is the hardest cube on the market to pop. So finally, in the design flaws category, both of these puzzles receive 5 out of 5 points, bumping the GTS up to a perfect score of 20 out of 20 points and the Guoguan Yuexiao up to 19 out of 20 points. So let me give you some final thoughts about both of these puzzles. So let's start it off with the WeiLong GTS, which is the winner of this comparison video. Its best asset is that it's really fast, and that's probably the reason why it isn't my main. It's just too uncontrollable and I can't really get my best times on this puzzle. However, it is a definite good puzzle and I would for sure recommend it. And now to the Guoguan Yuexiao, which did not win this comparison video, but however is still my main. This puzzle does perform very nicely, as already stated. However, it might not be as fast as the GTS, but that's actually a good thing considering that I can control it a little bit better, and also it locks up just a little bit less, and I enjoy the feeling personally a little bit more. So that's about it for this video on the WeiLong GTS and Guoguan Yuexiao. Comment what you want to see next on my channel, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Bye.